world it is, in a world with information and language and conveying thoughts and feelings and meanings. One thing I was just contemplating was the word friend. And when I refer to a so-called friend, it's kind of like the word love. Like there's lots of kinds of love, and there's lots of kinds of friends. You might have friends who you see every day. It's like kind of your posse, your clique, your buddies, the locals, like around you, your neighbors or whatever. And then you have like more acquaintances, people you know, but you don't really hang out with as much. And then there's like ex-lovers or whatever. They're kind of friends, but you have history, but you're not like actively friends really, you're just not enemies. And then like casual sex friends, there's those, and then there's friends that just aren't really available that much, so you just get them when you can, as far as availability, and even getting to see them or do activities with. And then there's friends that you just do specific activities with. I have friends like that, like my jamming buddies. So it's just interesting, all the different kinds. But we could have more words for friends. Like, because then you have your best friends, your closest friends. Maybe people you've known like your whole life, and they're your trusted companions. Just interesting to think about. Because, say for example, if you're not able to get a hold of a friend, or they're not getting back to you in a long time, and they could have just forgotten, you guys haven't been in touch enough, or if they're like busy enough, you just kind of slip their mind, like, oh, I was going to text them back, and then totally forgot, or whatever, that happens. But it's just kind of sad how it's like some friendships will fall apart on account of that. Like, people stop caring. There's this passive indifference, just like, oh, they never hit me up, other people. But also, they're just like, their lives are really busy. Like, a lot of us, we're not always thinking about all our friends, and like, oh, I should hit up my friend Eric in Pennsylvania, or whatever. Like, and a lot of my distant friends do come to mind. And sometimes I will message them, just see how they're doing, just reach out. Yeah, there's different kinds of appreciation, there's different kinds of friendships and bonds, and I guess it just depends on the chemistry and what you appreciate about each other. So, I would say you could at least make 5 categories of different types of friends, like activity partners, like roommate kind of friends, and there's friends you'd have casual sex with, and then there's your closest friends, your long distance friends. I don't know, those could be one and the same as well, depending. But yeah, there's at least that many. And then, it's like some people are like close friends with their parents, or their parents with their kids, which is really cool. Because the parental love is more of that unconditional love, where it's just kind of always there. And the unconditional love, I think we all have that for everyone. It's It's just in this particular dynamic we're in, we're limited to be able to see people's true selves. They're altruistic. It's like if all the scales were off our eyes, if all the like naivety, like the confusion due to lack of consciousness in certain fields, can really like subvert someone. It can really, ignorance can be bliss, but it can also, if you don't understand certain fundamentals, like where you're from, if this is your only life, like what your purpose is, what you're all about, how, it's like what's your medium of practice. There's important aspects to how you present and how you see yourself and how you respect yourself and how you make your decisions and what's guiding your decisions. And there's so much at play here. I think I've been able to have more unconditional love because, people are just, to say it bluntly, people are just stupid, If we were more intelligent, had more memory, had more conceptualization and aesthetic of morale towards each other, where it's like we live, it's like living our lives as a piece of art. It's not necessarily to get ahead and make the most money or be the most whatever, but instead to have a journey that's really special and unique. Because anytime you're a person, you're going to be that specific combination of archetype and personality and flavor of character. And so I've been able to have a lot more grace for people in general, just because not only are we limited in our perceptions, but we also get tired, we're afflicted by different emotional or physical pain or whatever. And, pain's a really distracting thing. It's hard to keep your head in the game if you're distracted by so much pain. Speaking from experience. But then you can kind of transmute that energy to push forward and go even farther into the singularity of your existence, your apotheosis.